A bit of magnesium there, magnesium limestone, iron ore under there. Look at these rocks, man, crazy rocks. This thing that you can see down here, splinter concrete. When I told you that the railway line ended up near the High Peak Junction, and there was some factories to the left where the wharf used to be, that's just here, along here, guys. That's where the wharf was, there, and that's where the railway ended. It's mad to think it came up here, isn't it? Absolutely mental. But here we have it. We're back on this old railway line, the same one that we took, as I say, when we were near the Stone Centre, National Stone Centre, on the other side of the High Peak Trail. It can get quite deep here on either side, so I'm trying to stick to the middle without looking on either edge too much. I'm not a big fan of heights, but it is what it is. And there is a part up there somewhere. There's a quarry on one side, so there's another steep drop on the other side as well. But it is beautiful up here. Stunning, isn't it? Absolutely amazing. I do love nature. Sam's got a stick today that we got from Prime. What was it again? What's the name called again? I always forget. Prime Care or Prime Mobility. Prime Mobility shop in Kirkby and Ashfield. So we got our sticks from. I've got this one. My wife's got that one. That's more of a mountain style one. It's mad to think that the railway line came here, isn't it? This High Peak railway network. We're coming up to an area actually called the Dingle, a little bit further up there when it flattens out. Not too sure why it's called Dingle. There's another way down here. It goes down there as well. I'm assuming this is extremely steep. Yeah. Not impossible to navigate, but not doing it. But up there near the top we have the Dingle, and then a little bit further on from the Dingle we also have an old engine house. What's that here? Drain. Okay. Yeah, just a drain. I think this is part of the Dingle here. This area here. It says 3 and a quarter miles up. We're starting to see a lot of rock phase here. Ah, that's nice. Limestone. There we have some limestone. And it's got like another emblem on it, I can see. Don't know how they've got it there, but I can see that. Can't see any iron ore. You have to look for orange stuff for the iron, magnesium, limestone. But it probably is. Oh, there's more rocks up there actually at the top there. We're not actually far from a place called Black Rocks, which is a bit further up. So what does that say? Halfway up. Halfway up, halfway down. Can you see signs of an engine house that once stood here? What, so the engine house was here? I'm assuming this is the bit then where the railways went by one another. And this is probably part of the old engine house right here, I'm assuming. If it chucks it down, there's a place to hide for a bit. And it's chucking it down. But look, here we can see there's a little example there of one of these where they were pulled up. There was, along the incline, there was a part like this where half of them went one way and the other half went the other. I wonder if it was right here, because this is the Dingle here. It's called like that. But it is beautiful. The cliff, the rock side on both sides, it's stunning. And that was part of the engine house then. I thought it was further up. Maybe not, maybe just here. Looks like something from Hansel and Gretel. It's got an old fireplace in it. A bench. This would be perfect if you come to just chill out for a few hours, or if it was raining, I reckon it would be good as well. I just tripped on something. And my wife going up there. Cool, isn't it? Really is cool. Yeah? I think there's another place further up. It's really cool in here, guys. Really cool. I was told that the engine house was a little bit further up. Oh, what do we have here? I found something underneath there. Can you see where my finger is right now? So I've just spotted this here. Can you see just under there? That's interesting. Wonder what that is right there. Wow. But yeah, as I said, I thought that the engine house was further up. Another high rock up there. I know we're not that far from Black Rocks, I know that. There's another waterway here. Well constructed. So we say goodbye to the Dingles. And we carry on. Up this crazy incline that was this High Peak and Cromford railway line. I believe one of the oldest in the world. So the engine house I was talking about, which is a bit further up from where my wife is actually a sheep pasture engine house, which is a little bit different. What do we have here? More quarry face again. Looks like we've got more quarry here. Long way bank in Cromford. High Peak that way. Middleton that way. What do we have here then? Is that just like that so rocks don't fall? I'm assuming so. So rocks don't fall, but we have a lot of cliffside here. So yeah, there's a little bridge there I can see. Can you see we just went across there. But if you go to the top of there, it says something about Oakwood. It's inviting people in the area to go and have something in the garden. There's like some lovely gardens down there. We'll have a look at that in a second. Just showing you here, because a bit further down the incline where we were, there was a signpost. So I'm not too sure if that signpost is telling me to come down here and then under there, back down there, or it's telling me to go up that hill. See, look here. Don't think we're supposed to be down here. Not too far anyway. It's dangerous because any rock could just land on my head, as it is. So we're going to go back here again. I'll show you a bit of the limestone in the area while we're here. I'm going to go up this bit here, just so you can see it for yourself. But it is absolutely beautiful. Nature at its best. Can't get anything like this. This is really, really, really lovely. It really is. And it's a good idea not to come here when it's too hot. And it's been a little bit better today, guys, so we've come today. But now I'm on top of these rocks here. Look at that. Stunning. and you just carry on going up there. And if you keep going up there in that direction, you'll end up getting to black rocks as well. But it is absolutely beautiful here. Stunning place. I love stuff like this. That's absolutely wicked up there. It really is. And there we have more of it here. This rock face right here of limestone. Right on the side of this incline where the railway went. Mad, isn't it? So I've just been up there at the top of them ones there. I'll show you a little bit more. Come and have a look. Here there's a lot of rock that's fallen. And here we have like some old hydraulics. What's going on here? Notice this here. Just looks like an old pylon or something from an old telephone wire, possibly. But it is advised not to go in there because there's rocks falling rocks, so it is a bit unsafe here, guys. That's why it's telling us not to go in this section that we have just here. But it is lovely to look at, beautiful. So we continue going up the incline, the old railway line. We'll continue going up there. But there we have it again. We were up there before, but it does say danger, so I'm assuming rocks falling. So a little bit further up we shall have the Sheep Pasture Incline. Sorry, the Sheep Pasture Engine House. I thought it was here, but I believe it's a bit further up. That is impressive. That is impressive, them rocks. I do love rocks like that. Look at that. Stunning. Do have a bit of magnesium there, magnesium limestone, iron ore under there. Look at these rocks, man, crazy rocks. Nearly fell. Not quite. Here it is, another cut in here. The railway would have gone through the middle of these rocks. Finally got here, up this incline where we are, and we got to this post, this building. This is the Sheep Pasture Engine House, which I was looking for. I thought it was further down. In fact, the last time we come to this area, I was looking for this, but we never found it. Obviously not, because we were on the other side. Look at that. Nice. Still see the old bars and stuff linked to it. But here we have it, and it looks like you can go in. Sheep Pasture Engine House. There it is. Built in 1828. Wagons were hauled up and down the incline where we were. 1,320 yards long by an engine in this building until the Cromford and High Peak Railroad closed in 1967. That is cool, isn't it? That is nice. I love how they left it like that so people can visit it. Looks nearly like a church, doesn't it? Looks like we're here to like praise the Lord or something. Look at that. That is nice. I'm assuming there was a staircase around here somewhere. Maybe the bottom of it was like that and it went round like that up to there, across the top. And you got the old beams across there. And these ones here, across the middle part, they're also quite odd. I wonder if there's a structure right here. It's mad, isn't it? Because it does look like a bit like a church in its formation. Then we've got these things here, still in the wall, still intact. And then we've got a little bit of information there about the inside of a tree trunk. Gives a little bit of information there actually, I'm just looking at that. Last section of Tawaley opened. 1814, first survivors of the route. So people might have passed away in the past along here. And that was an absolutely great little find. I'm happy I found that. Right, we're going to carry on down to the side. And then we've got more of that rock face there, the limestone everywhere. But we've also got a mixture. Some places I've noticed have got a mixture of brickwork as well as limestone. So here we are. We're at the Sheep Pasture Incline. It says there the incline is 1.8 where we just come from. 1.8. So up here we can see down there in the valley, I think, let me have a look at this. I reckon that could be Matlock Bath, or is it Cromford? I know Cromford is down here. Cromford is more, that's where the fields are. So Cromford is this yeah, that's Cromford, what we can see there, not Matlock. That's definitely Cromford, because we've got the hotel up there on the top of the hill, and then you walk into Cromford itself. Yeah, that is Cromford down there. Matlock is further down there, past the other hills. Then if you can see that, right over there, I'll zoom in to where I think Matlock is. I'll try and put it with a pointer. I think Matlock's over there in the horizon. And this down here, I'm pretty sure is Cromford. Bill and Dolly Prince remembered. There's some old bench here. Look at that. That is a stunning view, isn't it? That is beautiful. So what we're thinking of doing is going through the fields, because there is a way through, and then we can get down to Cromford, down there near that quarry. That quarry is to do with tarmac. We can see the old part of Cromford. That'd be cool. I'm pretty sure this just goes up into the woodland. Yeah. It could actually be a possible route to go to the Black Rocks. That is quite possible. If we were to go up there, I think we could get to the Black Rocks going that way. But yeah, we're going to see if we can cut through. And instead of going to Bowl Hill, we're going to see if we can cut through and go down into Cromford village. That would be fantastic if we could do that. Let's have a look. So yeah, that way up there does go towards Black Rocks as well. I've just spotted in the horizon what looks like cable cars. I don't know if we can, yeah, you can just see that. So that means Matlock is down there where the cable cars are. Not in that direction like I thought. Just spotted something else as well. We zoom in, we can see that orange building there near the chimney. That's the mason mill that we went to. So, we found the bit where you can cut through. But remember, you go further in that direction, you get to Bowl Hill and to the Black Rocks. But we're not going there. We're going back down into Cromford. This should be nice. Through normally. Apart from when we went Teversal. The bit where I try and do everything on camera. One day I'm just going to drop. You know what I'm like. Ah! But this is going to be a nice little walk down in the countryside, it really is. I noticed it's been a little bit, let's say a little bit misty today. seems to have cleared now. It's not as bad now. It was when we were coming up a little bit misty. But now we're cutting through the fields, guys. Look at that. I'll cut through and go down there to Cromford. Well, it's been an epic journey, guys. Really pleased to have shown you around. Remember, that direction, Bowl Hill, Black Rocks and Wirksworth. But we're not mountain climbers. We don't go up the rock sides. That's not what we're here for. We're here to follow the old industries, the canals, the mills, the railways. And now we make our descent down nature back into Cromford. It's been my best pleasure to show you about. It's been epic. Hope you've enjoyed it. Until next time. Bye! Just up there we've been coming up the incline. And there's the Sheep Pasture Engine House up there. I can see Matlock down there in the horizon. And Wirksworth. From my wife and I, until our next journey, take care of one another. I'll see you next time. Bye!